Hey everybody, HMV here. Playing more Kerbal Space Program. Nobody's on the chat yet, so I can talk to you all on YouTube. Hi everybody. When we last left, my Grand Tour Everywhere probe? No, my Grand Tour Eve, I think. I don't know which one is which. I should probably rename the ship Grand Tour. There it is. Probably, let's just go ahead and rename this guy right now. Grand Tour. It's probably never going to stick. But when we last left, this guy was trying to get to Gilly. And I have a maneuver node here that I did. Notice it's 56-ish meters per second. I was complaining that maneuver nodes, or that all this stuff was failing, and all you got to do is put a maneuver node on your back of your orbit, and then speed up a little bit. I don't know why it works. I don't know how it works. But if your orbit is outside of Gilly's, it seems to figure it out and be fine. If it's inside of Gilly, you're screwed. Essentially. I don't know if that's a hard and fast rule, but it is in this case. But 56.1, I think it was, is pretty good. And if we focus on Gilly here, wherever it may be, that is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, click through on Kerbal Engineer is annoying. Hello, person in chat. Don't know who you are, but appreciate your patronage of the channel. Okay. Let's put Kerbal Engineer in a place where it's not going to get screwed up. If we go forward just a little bit on our burn here, we'll get a nice Gilly encounter, which is fine right there. So let's go ahead and fast forward 2 days. And it's even in the right direction, not that around Gilly that matters all that much. I'm just going to slow down right now because I just realized that we need to actually aim at that maneuver node. And this ship is a bit of a bear to turn. Even with fine controls off, it's a bear to turn. Yesterday I was trying to turn it with fine controls on, and that didn't work out so well. I'm just going to turn SAS off. We're going to use the time warp trick here. I think that's fair. But I was actually wondering if I could land this entire ship on Gilly. It would save a lot of time. It would save a ridiculous amount of time. But I have a feeling that it wouldn't work. But I think I might drop a quick save and just try it. I think I'm going to shut down 2 of these engines. Thrust limit these guys down to 37%. Nice even number here. Come on, game. Oh, I had it for a second. 37%. There we go. The timing exactly should not matter. So I'm just going to do the burn here. Should probably also have the computer on now. Okay, any second now we're going to get an encounter. Oh, we just had it. Okay, let's RCS our way back. I think that should work. There we go. Done. Done and done. Okay. This should be pretty cheap. It's not super equatorial, but that's fine. That doesn't actually matter too much at Gilly. We're going to be moving so slow that orbital adjustments are not a big deal. I mean, the drills will make it. The drills will get down. Several things are a problem with this. The radiators might make it. Maybe I should try it in space and see what it looks like. Maybe I should try it. You never know until you try. As soon as we get into Gilly's sphere of influence, I'll drop the drills and I'll expand the radiators and we'll see what it looks like. Because, I mean, if we can land this thing on Gilly, it'll be so much easier to refill it. And we might be able to make it all the way to Moho and then just drop this thing once and refill it once at Moho and then come back and refill at Gilly again, if that works. Nearing SOI change. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually in Gilly's SOI. Okay, so let's deploy these drills here. And one of the radiators. Actually, let's hit F5. Just in case this destroys anything. Let's extend all the radiators. Okay, it's almost like we built the ship this way. That technically clips the ground, so it might actually work. It might just. Let's go ahead and activate these engines again. Thrust limit these guys up to 100. Retract this drill. I'm definitely going to try it. The worst we have, yeah, our TWR at Gilly is 44,000. So if we do this, we're going to have to thrust limit way down. Okay, let's snap this guy to the periapsis. 17 by 44, 14, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this guy aimed at his maneuver node. Very, very slowly. Let's see, where is Gilly? Is that Gilly? Is that dot over there Gilly? No, because we would be... Yeah, that's retrograde, so Gilly's over here. Oh, geez, there's Gilly. I forget the Gilly sphere of influence is small enough that you're pretty much there when you're in the sphere of influence. I mean, we're traveling 44 meters per second, and we need to burn 31 to get into orbit. So we're going 13 meters per second once we're in orbit. Okay, let's head on down. Yeah, time warp this low is annoyingly slow. Hopefully it won't. Yeah, see, 50 times time warp at 40 meters per second is kind of ridiculous. And if we try to burn it, yeah, see, maybe we want to get above 20. We want to get the mothership parked above 20. Although, like I said, we're going to be coming down, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. But We're going to get into orbit first. We're going to get into orbit first, and we're going to... Actually, we're going to turn these engines off again. Let's make the burn 3 seconds. That's probably, 10 meters per second of burning every second. That's about a thrust to weight of 1 on Kerbin surface, which is 1,000 here in Gilly orbit. Still ridiculously high thrust to weight, as you basically will always have at Gilly. Breathing in and out gives you too high of a thrust to weight ratio at Gilly. Okay. There we go. 14 by 16. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Now for something on the mission that you haven't seen yet. You one viewer. And that is the ISRU scanner. We need to make sure he has fuel. With all the fuel pumping I've been doing, I need to make sure of these things here. Okay. This guy needs to... Okay, he's got pub nukes because he needs to be able to function all the way out at Elu. Okay, now we're gonna perform orbital survey, and it's gonna say no. Polar orbit between 25 and 65. So he needs to first of all, look at that, just the act of decoupling put him out here. That's almost 25. You know what? Let's go ahead and burn him up to 25. Make sure he's not facing the mothership while he does this. He is not. Okay, we're going to do a tiny little burn here. We're going to hit F5 because I'm going to hit the staging, which doesn't work. Got these tiny little engines here. Activate. And activate. Now, if we burn up just a tiny bit, that's burning down. We are controlling from the wrong part. Hello. Rename. We're going to call this ISRU scanner. Ideally, every time he undocks now, he'll be named that. I don't know if that actually works. We're going to get him up to 25. And then out here at Apoapsis, we're going to do this crazy, I guess, yeah, to get to polar, this is technically less expensive. Something like that. That should be polar enough. And periapsis, yeah, see, the periapsis needs to be higher. But you know what? We'll fix that when we get out there. And it's in an hour. I really need to reinstall that mod that does time warp. Although it was screwing up my Kerbal alarm clock because it changed the default time warp to 10, and Kerbal alarm clock kind of assumes that the default time warp is 5, and it was not slowing you down fast enough. Time warp 1000. Oh, I guess it's just because it's getting close here. But with the default first time warp at 10, it was just too likely to screw up for my tastes. So I okay. Are we seriously that far away from the maneuver node? The answer is yes. Yes, we are. It's a 13-second burn, which means this guy's thrust to weight is horrific, but that's okay. His goal is to have a high... We're controlling from the wrong part again. Dang it. It's gonna jump to this... it's gonna jump to the root part every single time, and there's nothing I can do. What if there's a mod that allows you to change the root part in flight? That would be convenient. Okay, there's that. We need to aim prograde, though. And burn R. Let's see. We aim a little bit down as well. There we go. Now we should be able to do an orbital survey. An orbitable. Oh my word. Are you serious? I need to send a new scanner. This thing has to function in like 20 different planets. I need to send a new scanner. All the way from Kerbin. Hey, Raffo, how's it going? Good evening. Yes, you are seeing my folly. Yeah, this ship is garbage. This ship does not have an antenna on it. Therefore, we must send our first resupply mission. It'll be fairly cheap. I mean, we could probably get that ship all the way to Eve and all the way to Gilly from low Kerbal orbit. Let's go ahead and open up the Everywhere ship. Yes, you arrived just in time for the drama. Okay. Let's make sure. Let's see. The lander doesn't need an antenna, because this thing doesn't need an antenna to tell what the surface is like, right? Because he just does the check and it works. Okay. So, and as I say that, I'm going to check the part. This guy here. A small module that includes soil, atmospheric, and oceanic scanning tools. When used and landed on a planet or moon, the sample data is gathered and can be used to increase the accuracy of the orbital survey. However, the big antenna dish thing here says be sure to bring an antenna capable of transmitting the information back and sufficient power. Ay. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, where's this guy? He's right here. Let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's do it the right way here. Let's make this the root part. And let's throw away the entire ship. Let's name this Grand Tour Survey Scanner. Let's enable staging. So let's toss this whole thing on an SRB and see what happens. That's fuel tanks. Okay, Kerbal Engineer, where are you? Okay, that is not enough. Probably want to put a little bit of thought into the idea of aerodynamics as well. But we'll worry about that in a minute. We're not even close to that point yet. Okay, let's put this guy on here. This guy and this guy. And he goes here. Okay. I think that'll do it. $2,000. $2,000 to Eve. let me tell you what, I'll do this here. Delta V map. Can I bring this onto the screen and you'll see it? Yes, it looks like I can. Okay. So grand. Another 100. And then another 500. So that's 1,700, give or take. To Gilly orbit. That's a little low. Well, I'm not going to lie, that's a little less than I would like, delta V-wise. Especially because we're probably going to have to do that. So let's go crazy. Let's put a back on here. Baby got back. And let's actually fix this. Okay, it's a little bit better. I don't know why. I think Kerbal Engineer doesn't understand this. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Let's actually do this. Because I think Kerbal Engineer is not understanding that that's going to be staged. Let's actually disable staging on this thing. Yeah, see, so that's plenty. That's plenty. If we go back to this other guy here. There you go. And there you go. And there you go. Yeah, he's got 3 grand in him. So that should be fun. Okay, and then of course, the most important part of this mission is to actually add the antenna. And we're just going to use the cheapo antenna. Don't know why we're so off-center. Oh, because he was off-center to begin with. Oh, I hate that when you can't recenter things. Can I do this? I've never actually tried this before. Sweet, you can. Okay, grab this antenna here. Okay, where would be a pretty place to put this antenna? I think right here. Oh man, I was hoping that it would not be ugly, but it's gonna poke through, which I don't want. How about right there? But then it's gonna poke into the thing that we do. I'm putting far more work into this than I probably should. How about we just do it like this? Let's also make sure, I'm pretty sure I checked this before, but the scanner requires it does not actually say how much power it requires, which is ridiculously stupid. Bring sufficient power, but we're not going to tell you how much power it requires. Okay, well, let's hey, Twitchception here. I better get off that pretty quick here. Let's go back to the TV map. What the heck is the name of this thing? M700 Survey Center. An FLT are quite adequate for the stage, providing the necessary power to establish and adjust orbit either from LKO. Okay. How much actual power does it take? Okay, never mind. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. You only need power to transmit it through your antennas. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say whether or not it needs power, except for here. Sufficient power. that implies to me that if I get this thing all the way out to Gilly and it says, sorry, you don't have sufficient power, I'm gonna throw my computer out the window. I also cannot unclick this thing. There we go. So he's got radio whatever thingies. He's only got 15 electric charge is what I'm worried about. So I am thinking about just slapping a couple batteries on this guy, or a battery. This seems like way more than he would ever need. 2 of these. Could never go wrong with two Batmans. We can even get away with that. Okay. I would love to double check if 2 RTGs are enough to run the antenna. The only way I could do that is to hyper edit it into Orbit of Gilly, and I was kind of trying to avoid hyper edit in this game. Yeah, we'll try this. I wasn't really planning on doing any testing of stuff while we're here, but this might require a couple launches. Come on, get on there. And let's assume that 5 degrees is too much. And let's go back just a wee. This is so hard to do with the... That's too much back. There we go. That's probably perfect. I was hovered over the scanner and right-clicked. There is no information whatsoever. That is the right-click menu. Orbital, scanning resources all service, scanning time 5 seconds, discovery science bonus 10, minimum altitude this, maximum altitude this, no mass, crash tolerance, and max temp. There is nothing about how much power it requires. It could require 1 electric charge unit. It could require 10 million electric charge units. It doesn't tell me. I don't know what to tell you about that. Oh, the antenna. Oh, the antenna. Well, the antenna. No, the antenna. Every science experiment's different. It requires 12 units of electric charge per packet. Guess what the scanner doesn't tell me? How many packets it... Unless it's 10 packets, I honestly don't know. There's no way to tell. We're just going to try it. We'll just try it. Let's go ahead and save and launch. It is only now I realized I did not put fins on this thing. You were thinking remote tech. Yeah. You were thinking a good mod. Oh, no, I'm joking. Let's see. I wonder if I could get away with the little dinky fins on the bottom. I think I probably could. Although I usually put bigger fins on the bottom. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's put 4 of these on here. Let's turn preciseness back on. And then 4 of these down here. And those are not even. There we go. Save it and I'll launch it. And I could do this in the daytime, but this is just a test anyway. We're not turning on SAS. We are I'm gonna do this. And in 3, 2, 1, launch.